Hey guys, I am getting ready to hit the road. I am headed out on a 4-week road trip. My trip was supposed to start tomorrow. I wasn't going to be leaving tonight, but it's not starting the way I'd intended. We have a tropical storm and it just left the coast of Cuba, so we're keeping an eye on it, but it is predicted to go exactly where my first stop was supposed to be tomorrow night. So, and then they even think it might kind of stall out on top of that spot. So I had to change my reservations that I had. I am trying to stay ahead of this storm and get up into North Georgia by tomorrow night. What that means is I'm going to be leaving here around dark, traveling through the night, just getting some sleep at rest areas, and getting out of the path of this storm. So it should be interesting. So I hope you'll follow along, and let's just see how this goes. Hey guys. Well, I am at a rest area, and I have been traveling for about 4 hours now. I think I'm going to go about another hour and a half. Just get a little further north, and then maybe sleep for a little bit. Yeah, it's been a long drive already, but I got a lot longer to go. I was able to get a couple hours sleep. I am at a rest area just on the south side of Gainesville. I'm about to get back on the road. It is, what time is it? 4:08 in the morning. So I'm gonna get back on the road and get into Georgia probably before stopping again, and go from there. Probably make some coffee. As you can see, it is daylight out. I'm getting some coffee. I stopped again and got about 45 more minutes of sleep. So maybe 2 hours, 45 minutes, 3 hours at the most. But I'm doing good. I got to make it up through Atlanta area and into North Georgia. I have reservations tonight at Blue Ridge Morganton Campground off of Blue Ridge Lake. So I'm looking forward to getting there. So I just checked the update from the National Hurricane Center, and the tropical storm, the storm has been upgraded now to Tropical Storm Debbie, and they're predicting it to be a hurricane when it hits land up in the Big Bend area of Florida. My original camping plans were to camp just below Macon, Georgia, my first night of this trip, just to get rest and then head north. So I would have been right in the thick of it. So it's good that I left early. I made the right decision, canceled that campground. So where I'm going, I shouldn't feel the impact as much, if any. We'll see. There's no telling what could change between now and then. I'm getting back on the road. Well, I made it. I am at Morganton Point Campground off of Blue Ridge Lake in Blue Ridge, Georgia. And there is no sign of storm here. It's nice. It's sunny. It's a little warm. Right now the sun is going down. When I got here, first thing I did was grab a bite to eat and put my tent and everything up on my Jeep, and I fell asleep. I got inside, laid down, and I was out, I think it was at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Woke up quite warm because I think I had the door kind of half closed at the time, and I didn't intend to fall asleep like that, but I needed it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go to bed super early tonight, probably right about dark. I could probably fall asleep again right now. Let me show you this campsite. Right in front of me, I don't know if you can see it, is the trail that goes down to the lake, which you can barely see through the trees there. But I'm looking forward to checking that out, probably in the morning. Lantern hook, fire pit, nice and wooded back here. Beside me is the camp host, and there's where you check in at. It has water and electric. Yeah, water and electric. I don't know if I'll need the electric. I get enough sun here, I think. When I put the tent up earlier, the sun was right on it. This is looking out the front. Now, as you can see on this campsite, this is campsite 1. There's a bit of a slope. It doesn't show up very well, but it's a little more dramatic than what it looks like on camera. But once you get back to the back of the site, it kind of levels out. It's not bad. I got it for 2 nights, and tomorrow I'm gonna get up after a good night's rest and check it out a little more. I spoke with Kevin earlier, and he said in our area, Southwest Florida, there was just a lot of rain and wind all day today, and it's still raining a little bit, but he feels like it's gonna clear up soon. I feel like something's crawling on me. I was just looking at the National Hurricane Center's 5 o'clock update, which came out a couple hours ago, so we should have another update soon. And the storm slowed a lot, and it is now expected to hit land around tomorrow, Monday afternoon. What is today? Sunday? Tomorrow afternoon. It's bad. I need sleep. So I would have been just driving through horrible weather if I had stuck with my original plan, and then I would have probably been sitting in horrible weather, sleeping in horrible weather all night tomorrow night. And so it's good I changed to a campground further north and an extra day. Well, I got a good night's sleep last night. I slept for about 9 hours. I needed it. I'm fresh and ready to go this morning. I'm about to do a little walk down to the lake. Check that out. I'll take you guys along with me. First, I wanted to give you a storm update. Hurricane Debbie came in to the Big Bend area of Florida this morning, and it was a Category 1 hurricane, and they're experiencing a lot of rain and wind right now. I made the right decision. Boy, I would be driving in that right now if I had stayed with my original schedule, which was a day later than what I actually did leave, and I would be on the road right now headed to my first stop. and right in that area. My first stop was near Macon, so I would have eventually ended up kind of on the edge of it, I think. But yeah, I don't know how far out the winds extend. But yeah, here it's beautiful. It's warm, but sunny, and yeah, I'm relieved, because that would have messed up my whole trip if I had not made that decision and that storm just kind of stalls out, which it could do right over that area, and I would have, well, I wasn't going to drive through it. I would have canceled, and then it would have messed up my whole trip. So I made the right decision. All right, I'm gonna take you guys for a walk. This trail down to the lake is right next to my campsite. There I am. And you can see the lake right over there. So it's not going to be a very far hike to the lake. We'll see how far this is to the day use area. Huh. I wonder if it's a loop. I'm gonna have to look at some maps. Or, oh, this is just a spur. Let's see. So they're calling this the point. And it looks like the trail wraps around up there. Lake Blue Ridge. It's beautiful. Somebody has their pontoon boat tied up here. They have a lot of picnic tables all along the edge of the lake here. And it looks like that's the swimming area and more picnic area right over there. Let's continue on down the trail. So if you're camping here, you don't have to pay to use this day use area if you walk on over here. If you use the parking lot, then they want you to pay the fee. But as you saw, that's a short trail, at least from my campsite, and it's easy to walk over here. Trash can is overflowing. I did my part. love how this clay soil contrasts with the edge of the water. Kind of goes from that orange to blue. It's nice. Look at the hills in the distance. That's pretty. So this must be the boat launch area. I think you can rent kayaks here, or canoes, and paddleboards. I got new hiking shoes. They're the Ultra Lone Peak 8s. I was definitely ready. This is my third pair of the Ultra Lone Peaks, and the last ones I had were Lone Peak 4s, I think. I hope to put a lot of miles on them this trip. I still brought my older pair though, for all the muddy stuff. Try to keep these clean for a little while. But I was worried that the other ones, the sole or something like that, could break loose on them. They're getting that bad. So I made sure to bring these. And they need to be broken in slowly anyway. I am just lightly sauteing some scallions, basil, and garlic for my pasta salad. So I pre-made my pasta, and that has chilled along with a little bit of Italian dressing. Now I'm just gonna add some tomatoes, basil, the sauteed garlic, scallions, and some black olives and a little bit of spinach. Looks pretty good. I'm gonna let that sit for just a little bit so all the flavors can come together. I thought now would be a good time to take a walk through the campground and look around at some of these other sites. So that is site number 3. Water and electric. Site number 2 is across the street on the inside of the loop. Site number 4 is occupied right now. It's a lot like the other site, site 3. But you have these guys right here. Site number 5. And boy, this is a nice site. I'm going to try to respect their privacy and not point it at them, but look at the view of the lake is really nice. site number 6. Wow, that one has a good view too. So I guess the walk-in campsites are right up here. I'm going to see if I can take a peek. There's one car here, so there may only be one camper. Site A. Oh yeah. Wow, if you could get this one, you could park right here. Wow, I'm keeping that in mind. And then camp right there next to the water. Oh, I wish I'd known. Yeah, that's nice. Site A. Well, this one's nice too. Site D. So again, you could park right there. And here's your campsite. Site E. Well, I guess I can ascertain that there isn't a bad site here. These are nice. Site C. Central water. And that's site B. And back to site A right there. I really like site A. And site D. The road is 2 one-way loops, but it's not that narrow, and seems like most of the trees are trimmed up above. All of these campsites are on the inside of the loop, and that one has a little bit of a water view there. That is site 9. And that one's a pull-through. Site 11. 13's another pull-through. I bet this one's a double site because it has the 2 picnic tables and it's pretty long. Looks like a path down to the water's edge. They do have some sites here that are back in up to the site and then you walk down to your tent. Site 14 is one of those. There were people there, so I wanted to respect their privacy. These bathrooms are so clean. Quite a few stalls. There are 3 shower stalls. Hooks, a bench, all separated so it doesn't get your items wet, a curtain, good lock, that's always important. And it looks like you control the shower head with the knob, so it's one of those that you probably just keep hitting until you no longer need to. In my experience, this is clean for a campground bathroom. Here's a look at the dump station. They have both potable water and non-potable water. Hose. Site 2. Now I'm not going to show all the campsites, but I particularly wanted to show the ones on the water. All these are interior. This is a big one here. Once you get your tent or tents up there, however, the parking space is quite sloped. Site 24. And it is right next to the bathhouse and has some extra parking right there, I suppose. Of course, that could be more for the people needing to use the bathhouse. Now, I think that this one does not have showers. I'm not certain of that. Nice and shady, Site 25. Boy, this one has a long drive, quite sloped. But when you get in there, you're somewhat private. All these are fairly sloped. So you would definitely have your vehicle on a slope. I have not seen a bad campsite yet. I'm just trying to show you the best. Some would not be appropriate for an RV, of course, but I think they'll say that on the website. Now that's a nice site down there on the water. There's somebody camped down there. And that is Site 33. Not bad as far as the parking spot goes for a shorter vehicle. I think a van could probably go there. And this one's the same way. These are nice. You'd back up to your site and then you'd have to carry things down these steps. But you're right on the water. Well, that ended up being a longer walk than I anticipated, but we're back at the bathrooms. And right back at my campsite. So I showed you a lot of them. 37 sites are in this, and I showed you the best of them. Good morning, guys. Well, I am getting ready to leave here, and I am headed into Tennessee today. This is going to be about a 4-week trip. I'm going to spend some time in Tennessee, Kentucky, go up into Ohio for a bit, over to Indiana, and work my way back down through Kentucky and Tennessee, back to Southwest Florida. So it's going to be like a loop. I've got a lot of exciting things planned. Now, originally, I was going to be going out west to Colorado this time of year, but the opportunity came up for Kevin to travel with me to Colorado next year, and we are planning to do a lot of the Jeep trails in and around Silverton. So we're looking forward to that. We've already made our reservations. We're taking the kiddies, the RV, and we are heading up there. That's going to be a cool trip. But yeah, for this trip, getting to see a lot of really cool stuff still. So I hope you guys will come along. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to do so, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I seem to have avoided that storm. It's nice here. I think that in South Georgia they're still getting dumped on with a lot of rain. But we still got a little ways to go here with hurricane season, so who knows what's ahead. But I hope you'll join me in my next video, and I will see you then. Bye, guys.